In this repair video, we're going to be working on a laptop. This is the Asus VivoBook. It was mailed here because of a damaged or torn off battery connector. That goes right here. I already have the battery connector on here, so we're going to see what's going on with the board and if we can solder that connector back on the board. Right off the bat, I do see a lot of ripped pads. Look at this. We have a ripped ground pad. We have this pad does not look like it connects to anything. We have a ripped pad here, one here, that goes all the way to right there, to back of the board. And also we have the ripped support legs, support pads. Just want to see if this is ground. And yes, this is ground. Okay. So we're gonna have to run one wire, 2, 3, 4. Those are good. But it's easier said than done. Easier said than done, especially with this connector, because the pins are actually hard to work with. They are hidden under the connector. What I'm going to do to make things easier, I'm going to run wires from back of the connector. I'm going to make long wires, and then when we flip that connector, then we can deal with those wires and solder them on to their respected trace. I think that will be the best way to handle this problem. Run wires from back of the connector. So we're gonna start by soldering a wire right over here. Okay, so that's one wire. Let's do wire number 2. Okay, and that's wire number 2. And let's do wire number 3. And that's wire number 3. Pad number 4 is not needed because it does not connect to anything. The last 2 are ground. I'm gonna do 2 wires, because if I do not do 2 wires, somebody in the comments will complain. How come you have 2 ground pads and only 1 wire? So let's save the world from complaints and just do 2 wires. It only takes a second. Let's make sure those wires are making a good connection. Pull on it, very solid. Pull on it. Let's pull on this one. Let's pull on this one, and let's pull on this one, and all the wires are solid. So now we have a connector that looks like a spider. We have a connector that looks like a spider. It's an electric spider. Let's solder it. Ground is gonna go right here. layer is wrinkled, but that's okay. The layer wanna wrinkle, she can wrinkle all she wants. Let's see how we're gonna solder that connector. So the third pad from the right is gonna have to go backwards. This one here. Okay. And the rest are gonna stay on the board. Okay, so the connector made a connection. Of course, we're gonna add more solder to secure the first two pins. Okay, let's make sure those pins are solid. And yes, very solid. Solid and solid. Let's test in continuity mode. Make sure those two pins are making a connection. We're gonna test from here to here. Very nice. We have two ground lines here, and we're gonna solder them onto this blob that we created. Very nice. Now we're gonna break or trim those wires. So we did 1, 2, and we did the first two. Now we have to do one here, and one on the back here. See why I did the wires first? Because it makes our life a lot easier. Just like that. Now the other wire is gonna go right here. And we're gonna have to mask those wires. And all is left is to solder the wire on the back and to secure that connector. Now we can scratch the line here, or we can scratch the line here, and this line is microscopic. Okay, let's clean up. We just lost that wire. I think I'm gonna solder that wire straight here to the top. Doesn't really make a difference. Perfect. The reason that wire pulled off because I was too hard on the cotton swab. I was cleaning like a beast. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and that wire broke. And this is only a 0.1 millimeter wire, but that's okay. We're gonna test from here to right over here. Very nice. Okay, all we have to do is apply glue. We're gonna apply glue like a kitty cat. and not like a beast, so we do not break anything here. Meow. I was cleaning like there was no tomorrow. Okay, so for the glue, we're not going to use hot glue because hot glue will make a big mess and it's going to make a big blob also. We're going to use something called Rapid Fuse. We buy this from Lowe's or Home Depot in the US. It's kind of like crazy glue, but it bonds everything to everything. So you can bond glass to metal, plastic to glass, concrete to watermelons, whatever. I'm gonna apply some to the stick of the ear swab. Okay, that's good. All we have to do is wait until that glue hardens and we should be all good. All right, I'll be back. After this hardens, we're gonna mask the wires and test. So let's check to see if the connector hardened. I left it on the side for about 30 minutes. Wow, the connector is solid, solid. Very nice. What I want to do is check and see if we have continuity between all the pins and their respected traces. Let's start with ground. Okay, start from here to here. Very nice. This one does not connect to anything. Let's test this one. We're gonna go from here to here. Nice. Very good. And finally, positive. And we're gonna test this one from here to right here. Perfect, perfect. Now let's apply solder mask. All right, and let's check. Super solid, super solid, great. We can spread the solder mask through the whole wire. Spread the love, sharing is caring. Let's check now. Solid as a rock. Solid as a rock. Okay, so right now we do not know if the battery is charged or not, but I can attempt to connect the battery now. Battery is connected. We can see the wires. It's making a very good connection. And all we have to do is test, assuming the battery is charged. Assuming the battery is charged. And nothing. I'm very sure the battery is drained. Okay, let me grab a charger quick and I'll be back. And look at that. We see the orange light right here, which is an indication that the battery is being charged. I'm gonna wait a few minutes and then disconnect the cable to see if the battery charged. But right now the orange light is a very good indication that the battery is being charged. The orange light is flashing right here. Oh, and the fan is on. And we do see the battery here. طيب. So the laptop is blinking amber, as you can see. A blinking amber light or orange light indicates that the battery is very low or it fell down below a certain percentage. So it blinks orange until it charges up a bit. So the laptop is on now, but we have to wait and see if the battery will take a charge. Right now it's still a blinking orange light. So I'm gonna keep it here for a few minutes and I'll be back. Okay, so let's check on the laptop. I disconnected power and right now the laptop is almost at 50%. Okay, 49%. Awesome. Now if I plug the charging cable in, we can see that it recognized that the cable is plugged in, and we're gonna monitor and see if the 49% will go up to 50%. It should do it within a minute or two, but we were able to charge the laptop from 0% to 49%, but I just want to do it on camera so you can see what's going on. I do not know how long I'm gonna keep holding this laptop like this, but it's a good workout. Why not? Shoulders. 50%. Okay? 50%. All right. So we can see that the laptop is charging now. Job well done. The connector is very solid. The cable is plugged in and the job is done. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you again in the next video.